Hi everybody, you're watching the Monica Makes It Happen social media show. I'm Monica Morales. Today's episode is all about powerhouse women. First, we have a true legend here in our studios, Tony Award winner, singer and actress, Melba Moore. Did you know Barbara Streisand once asked her for singing advice? Plus, every year they give $1 million to organizations doing good. The boss of the David Prize is right here in our studios. How do you qualify to get some of that money? We'll tell you, but first, this.
Monica Makes It Happen is sponsored by London Disability, dedicated to helping the disabled get Social Security benefits.
And she's a Tony Award-winning star, a legend in the music industry, always giving back to her community. Melba Moore is here, the Melba Moore. Can I say that? You are so incredible, Melba. Thank you for being in our studios and being on our show.
A pleasure, Monica.
Yeah, well, I have to say, I just wanted to ask you all the questions I always wanted to know. And one of the questions was, you came from such humble beginnings, first Harlem, then Newark, and then Broadway. Everybody wants to know, what are you up to now? I heard you have a show.
Well, yes, it's called From Broadway with Love, because it's kind of focused on my life in the Broadway theater. And so it's going to be at 54 Below. Mm-hmm. Can I give the date?
Of course.
October 17th and 18th.
It's wonderful.
2 nights, one show each night, 7 p.m. So please come out. And it's really kind of basically talking about my experience in the theater on Broadway, a little bit about how it happened, and some tributes to some other incredible Broadway-type artists, and some of my hit records.
I can't wait, and everyone has to buy a ticket to see you. And I know the security guards, I couldn't even get you into the studio. Everyone was stopping him. I'm like, I gotta get on the show already. We gotta tape it. This is very expensive. Okay, every minute counts. But Melba, back to you and Barbara Streisand. Tell me about that moment. She actually...
No, she didn't ask advice for, she doesn't ask anybody advice for singing.
Oh, okay.
She wanted to know, how did I do that Southern accent? And she said, how do you do that? Poily? Poily? She was trying to imitate my character, Ludibelle Gussie Mae Jenkins.
Oh.
But she was standing in my doorway backstage, so I'm lucky I could even remember this much of her being back there.
Oh my God, two legends.
It was too exciting.
Yeah, two legends.
Actually, I think she said that. I'm not sure. I was too excited.
But you know what? You are a Tony Award winner. Your voice is just golden, and I wish we could play some of your music right now. But I want to talk to you more about how you do it. I mean, is it from the gut? Is it from the soul? When you hold those notes, you're known for holding those notes. I don't know if you can do that. Can you hold? Like,
yeah.
Okay, do it. I'd love.
Is that long enough?
Oh my God!
I can hold it longer.
That was incredible. How long was it? Anyone time that? Okay.
Well, that's not very long. It's longer if it's higher, because that's my natural range, I think.
How do you do that? Where does that come
from?
Well,
it came from trying so hard to get my voice strong.
Yes.
Because I'm small and the voice was small.
You're so petite. Yes.
So I went to the gym, I took voice lessons, I swim, and the notes started to get stronger and longer. And they're still,
I'm sweating just listening to that.
They're still getting stronger. They're getting higher.
So you're getting better.
You're getting better
with age, and that's what I love, because you know my audience is kind of like me. We're getting a little bit more older as the years progress. I know we still look so young and svelte, but can you talk to us like about aging and about aging in the business too? It can be, I'm sure, very tough, but you make it look effortless. You make it look.
Well, I mean, that's the point. You shouldn't know all the horror that I go through to get like this, and I think it helps that I'm really happy at this. I mean, there are going to be challenges, so this has to be something you really want to do.
Yeah.
You need to do, and I think it's in my genes. My stepfather was a musician who raised me. My mother was a singer. My natural father was a very famous band player by the name of Teddy Hill. Mm-hmm. So it's in my genes. But I didn't really have humble beginnings. I call myself a Black American princess. Kind of middle class, started life on 108th Street in Central Park West. Yeah. So that's kind of middle income. My mother made a good living. The humility comes in just not knowing where to begin, because since my parents were musicians, they wanted all of us, once my mother married, she was a single parent. That was difficult. But then having siblings, that was another whole new life. But of course, they wanted all of us to be financially secure. So they wanted us to get what they call real jobs. So my first job was as a public school educator.
What?
So I wasn't poor. I was humble, but I wasn't poor.
I did not know that. I did not. So you were a teacher in the beginning, which is an incredible job, the best job in the world. My dad was a teacher, so big respect for that.
Teaches you a lot.
But I love what, I always love these Facebook shows and social media shows because we can ask the questions that we can't always have time on television. The business part. I, too, as a journalist, wanted to think more about that. You said that was your one thing that you wished, the business part, being more strategic about business. So young women watching, be more strategic in the business angle. Talent is one thing, but the business is another. Yeah, with every talent that you have and whatever skill that you want to develop, there's a business aspect of it. Yeah. So you need to know, even if you're a child, how finance works, If you want to buy a skateboard or something, the money has to come from somewhere. That's right. And the difficulty with coming from a family of artists, we didn't know anything about, we owned homes and everything, but no one really focused you on how the business works. So you're always scrambling, and the power of it was always in somebody else's hands. So there was always kind of like a missing part where you had to go ask somebody permission to live because you didn't know the aspect of it. Yeah, that's going to resonate with a lot of us because I think a lot of women specifically, black and brown women, feel that way. Much better these days about knowing it. Well, that's what our show's about. We want to do financial empowerment in any way, and that's the next segment that we're going to be talking about. I could talk to you all day, but I have to tell you something. You are a legend, and you are a Pix 11 community champion. Surprise. Give me a note. She's gonna start screaming again. Give me a note. Give me a note. That was so beautiful. You are so talented. For me? This is for you because not only the community champion that you are, but you're a legend, and we're so honored to know you and to love you close up on the star of the show. We love you, Melba Moore. You promised to be on our show over and over again, and just keep, just showing and sharing your light because that's what you are. We appreciate you so much. Appreciate you. You'll come back on our show? I certainly will. Thank you. We love you. Where are you going to put that? I always ask. Where are you going to put that? I'll make a space of it. Okay. I have so many. Oh, good answer, good answer. Next to your Tony, maybe? No, I guess not. A little further down. A little further. And next, they give $1 million each year to 5 New York City change makers. That's about $200,000 in funding each. It's all thanks to the Walentas Family Foundation. We'll have that story coming up. Thank you. That was awesome. Since 2020, the David Prize supports people who have ideas for extraordinary change. We love that, to help their communities thrive. Joining me now is Erica Augustine, I hope I said that right, Executive Director at the David Prize, and Megan Finn, one of the winners. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for having us. I am such a fan of yours, Erica. We've been, kind of texting back and forth. For years you've done this, the magic of what you're doing with the David Prize. We always love funding, and we love when funding is coming to our viewers. No strings attached?
Yeah, it really is no strings attached.
Okay.
Yeah, the David Prize is technically an award for past achievements, and we invest in extraordinary New Yorkers like Megan, who's here today, who are trying to make the city a better place, who have really big ideas for the city, and if they're right, could change the city at scale. And so the prize itself is no strings attached. I love that it's changing the city, changing lives. That's what we're all about here at Pix 11 too. Tell me about the winners. You have some really extraordinary winners this year. Yeah. Well, I'm excited to hear from Megan. We also are really excited to honor Diana Imbert Hodges this year, who's teaching year 1 law school to New York high schoolers across the city. I love this story. Yeah. We have to do a story on her, actually, too. She's doing incredible work, and she's helping folks who have legal questions navigate kind of a variety of legal resources that the city provides, but often need help to figure out where to go and when to reach those. And so she's working with young people to train them on helping community get answers to those questions. And doing it so young, I love that too. We're seeing so many programs
reaching younger and younger audiences.
Yep.
And we love to do that too, but then empowering them with knowledge, because knowledge is power. My mom always said that, you know, knowledge is power, but it's so true, right? And then I have to say, you know, with what you're doing, you don't hear about this very much, just money, right? But there's something different about this. This is an award, not a grant. What's the difference?
Yeah, that's right. So it is an award for past achievements, as mentioned, and that means that it is a check to individuals. It's not to organizations. Sometimes winners have organizations, but it is directly to an individual New Yorker who has big ideas for the city and has a track record of making big change happen in the city.
Wow. And so again, it could be for childcare, it could be for anything they need.
Yeah, winners can use it for anything. We don't ask how it's spent. We don't ask for budgets. We also don't ask for impact metrics or what came from the money being spent. It really is an investment in a person's mental and financial bandwidth to dream really, really big and make a big swing for New York City.
And money does matter. I love that, because I do talk to a lot of people who give money, and I said, you know, that giving of money is very important, especially to individuals like you who have these phenomenal ideas. Megan, tell me about why you won. What's your idea?
So I am the artistic director of The Tank, which is a nonprofit arts presenter and producer right on 36th Street, not far from here.
Love it.
And I started to notice during the pandemic that we were able to provide free space for artists doing their work. We do a revenue share with the artists, and I found that we were really thriving in the wake of the pandemic when a lot of other theaters are struggling. So I started to think, well, what are we doing differently? And how can we take our successful producing model and spread it so we can have it benefit multiple theaters across the city? So that idea became Revenue NYC, which is my project. Essentially to create pop-ups where you get a lot of new artists working in spaces they haven't worked before, bring new audiences from the city to those new spaces, and build revenue for the theaters and the artists.
Sounds like a win-win-win, like all around. And can I just say, the show before the show, Melba Moore, you met Melba Moore.
Oh my, what a sweet thing to happen today. I had no idea.
The synergy there, which we'll hopefully do a follow-up Friday. That's why I love this show so much, that we bring together such wonderful people like yourselves and doing such wonderful things. And there's one thing that you want our audience to know about your new idea, and they should check you out. Where can they check you out?
They can go to revenuenyc.com. They can follow us on social media at revenuenyc.
I'm doing that right now.
Yes, you're doing that right now. And then you can find out about projects. We've already started piloting this. We did it at a theater on East 4th Street called Paradise Factory. We did 30 shows. We had new audiences. We replaced they had lost a renter, so we were able to replace that lost revenue for the theater.
Wow.
And we're bringing back that thing that is quintessentially what New York is, right? It is that vibrancy. It is that artistic space where you're seeing lots of creative ideas. You're seeing exchange. That's why that's a big reason a lot of us live in New York City, is our access to world-class culture. So we're making new spaces for that in places that you might not know.
I love that. Erica, when you hear this, I mean, your heart must be exploding with so much gratitude.
Yeah, I mean, it's because of folks like Megan that this is why the David Prize exists. Invest in people who make the city so much better every day, have been here for decades doing it, and haven't had access to the kind of flexible funding that they need to try something new, to try something bigger and better for New York City. And we believe that the city is as good as the people that live here. And ultimately, we want to retain and make sure New York City continues to be a home for as awesome and diverse of a community that is home to New York City and home to so many right now.
Such a great point. Such a great point. Thank you for supporting fabulous New Yorkers, and I'm sure many stories to come. We actually overlap a lot.
We do.
You support NYCHA residents too. Many of them have won the prize.
Yeah.
I've been watching you, so thank you for being on our show. You're going to be back. And thank you for watching. Our next Monica Makes It Happen TV show is Monday, October 28th at 4:30 p.m. We're talking about your favorite small businesses, funding as usual, and always building wealth for you and your family. We'll have the 3 C's. I always joke about this: CEOs, celebrities, and checks just for you. You can also watch me every night right here on Pix 11 News at 5:45 and 6:45. Reach out to us with your stories and videos at Monica Morales TV. I don't sleep. Reach out to us on our social media platforms, and maybe you can be on our next show. Let's keep making it happen together. See you next time. It's great. Thank you.